Welcome back to Odyssey News. I am Mike Odyssey, and first I want to apologize for my voice. Still recovering from being ill and losing my voice entirely. But what you came here for is there is a potential event related to Tears of the Kingdom this week. There's a rumor, take it with a grain of salt. And as my friend Andres Restart would say, that's what we're talking about today.
Welcome to the Odyssey, hit the like, press play. You're running with the squad like Xenoblade. Drive like Mario, we on a...
So before we get into today's stories, you see, I want to ask you one thing. I want to ask for your subscription. You see, I'm legally blind and I'm basically losing my sight as we go. I don't have sight on my left eye and I have about 40% sight of my right eye. And it's just fading away, right? The doctors right now have nothing else they can do. But I have a dream to become a full-timer on YouTube by the end of this year. And I want to ask you for your help. If you subscribe to this channel right now, it'll only take a second. For me, it'll just change my life. So if you could do that right now, I would really appreciate it. Here, we have Monday through Friday Nintendo news. On the weekends, we have products and reviews. And we also have the occasional in-topic podcast with your favorite voice actor. So I would really appreciate it. It would mean the world to me. And I just want to thank you in advance for giving me your subscription. Let's move on to today's stories. Okay, so yes, there is a rumor out there. I've had several sources approach me, and well, there have been two dates that have been wandering around in the atmosphere when it comes to a potential Nintendo Direct or a Zelda event. Okay, there might be a Zelda event regarding gameplay and other things, but a major event, like a bigger event than the gameplay that we had before this week. Now, I'm going to put out there those two dates that I've acquired, and it could potentially be either of these 2 days, but again, take this with a grain of salt. This is the 12th, which is a Wednesday, and the 14th, which is a Friday, and well, one of these days, we are going to get an event related to Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know what type of event this is going to be. It could be a Nintendo Direct, which I am expecting. I think is most likely a Direct dedicated to Tears of the Kingdom, in where we are going to hear about everything that we need to hear before the game comes out. And I think this is it. This is like the final Direct or event regarding Tears of the Kingdom until we commence the countdown to the game's release. And those are the 2 days I want to put out there. Now, what we'll cover in this event? Well, there's a rumor that there's another collector's edition that should be coming out as well. This one has a statue. This source for this one is my buddy Nate over at Nintendo Prime. This could be a possible thing where Nintendo can actually give us that next collector's edition with that Nintendo statue. What is the statue? Well, I mean, eventually it could be that amiibo, the one with Link with the hand out. There could also be one with Zelda. There could also be one with Link in his attire, that attire that he wears at the beginning of the video in the trailer. So there's a lot of potential statues that could come in this next collector's edition of what they're doing there. I've heard also about a Four Figures collaboration, and where Four Figures is doing some type of another statue regarding Tears of the Kingdom, and this also might be in the same event. But again, I don't know whether it's a Nintendo Direct with a specific event like we had with the gameplay, like a 10-minute. I believe this one will be longer, 30 to 40 minutes, and that's what led me to believe that there is a Direct coming this week related to Tears of the Kingdom. We'll see gameplay, we'll see more collector's edition, we'll get an update on everything that's been happening in Tears of the Kingdom, and of course, we'll hear from the directors and from the voice actors and a lot more when it comes to the game itself. We still don't know the actual plot. We know we have to defeat Ganon, and we know we have to, once again, try to regain access to Zelda. We know she's part of the game, whether she'll be playable or not. Maybe we'll find out in this event. But all I know is that when this event is done, there will be no more questions to be answered because your questions will have been answered, right? Are the Zoanai back? What is happening with this technology? What else can we do besides build a car? Are there more abilities? Because in Breath of the Wild, yeah, we have the 4 core abilities, but we also have more abilities that require some type of stamina wheel, you know? So there is a lot of questions out there, and I believe that in this event, we will get all of those answered, right? All of those questions answered. So there you have it, guys. I just wanted to put out there this event. I, again, have 2 dates in mind. None of them have been confirmed completely. I'm still waiting for that second source to hit up. I got the 12th and I got the 14th. And it's going to be a Zelda major event, which will be the last big Zelda event of before the game comes out. Now, whether it's a big, giant, massive trailer that we're going to get that explains a little more about the game, shows us what happens in the game, that's something different. It could be a trailer, it could be a direct, it could be another gameplay that we get, but I know it's happening this week, and that is it, guys. Again, consider this a rumor, take it with a grain of salt until this event happens. So you have my full permission to come back here on the Friday, right? On the 14th, right? Not the 12th, the 14th, and come back to this video and hit the thumbs down. All right, my friends, that is going to do it for this episode of Odyssey News. Let's continue this conversation down below in the comments. And I am Mike Odyssey, but before I let you go, I have 2 important things I need to let you know. Number 1, never give up. And number 2, journey on. Peace.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding us back now.